As an adaptive management project, the environmental health concern here is lead-contaminated drinking water. In the Houston, Texas community of Manchester raise questions and require answers. In the community of Manchester in Houston, Texas, there is lead leaching from old pipes, and it's making the drinking water unsafe. The older home infrastructure are at greatest risk due to the chemical disinfectants used during the water purification process. The map of Manchester area is here. The neighborhood is the Houston Ship Channel near chemical plants and sewage facilities. This concern requires your decision. The research presented here was published in Switzerland International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. The research that was completed by this team was 38 citizens were approached in the Manchester community. 13 were surveyed, 7 were children. 30.8% of the homes had lead in the water. This is a chart of microorganisms that are in the water that are identified by the EPA. There are 5 distinct areas. One is disinfectant, the other is disinfection products. The third is inorganic chemicals, the fourth is organic chemicals, and the fifth is radionuclides. This is a chart explaining lead exposure on the EPA website and results of lead contamination. As you can see, the MCLG has been changed to 0. This is an explanation of how lead gets into the drinking water. Lead pipes connect to lead service lines or a water main, and with the lead leaching, this creates the lead or puts the lead in the drinking water. What can be learned from this 2019 research? That prior to 1978, lead pipes were used for water. Bad piping during the water purification process is the cause of the lead leaching. The worst source of contamination is ingestion. The next is inhalation. The third would be dermal contact as far as the seriousness of the health issues. The children absorb 50% or greater due to the low body weight. This is a Safe Drinking Water Act, and it actually sets the maximum contaminant level. As you can see here in 2020, the contaminant level is 0. What happens to adults, children, and pregnant women? This does not have the pregnant women, which is severe results to the unborn child. You can actually look into the facts on the link in the references to explain more about the vast effects on the population. Has lead contaminated the water in other states? The answer is definitely yes. There is a book here that was written by Mary Tiemann. They actually started a Fast Start initiative costing $172 million for the Flint, Michigan problem to replace the lead in galvanized steel service lines, and this would be the high cost of lead in drinking water. The way that the testing is achieved is through blood lab levels, which is a lab work that's done to prove that there is lead in the person's system. What can be learned from this current research? There are possible solutions. One that would be cost effective is bottled water. The bottled water would be free, and this is very cost effective in contrast to $172 million in this one city to replace the service lines. The dermal contact is minimal harm, and it would be a very fast solution. I would encourage you to look at the links by the EPA that are listed in the references. Thank you.